What up, Cubs? Welcome on back to the Den podcast. It's your boy, Chan and Kel, but not just Chan and Kel. We have a new host, a third one joining the Den with us. We have Perky.
Yo, what up, friends? It's an honor to be here. Thanks for having me, guys. I've been joking with Kel and Chan that I'm the redheaded step bear of the Den, so it's nice to kind of be official and not have to be exactly that anymore.
Yeah. See, you weren't even really the redheaded step bear. You were just kind of like the bear that we put out to pasture for a little bit. But now we're bringing you in, and we're letting you sit by the fire. You know, we're having a good time. Real quick, before we jump into the first thing, because this kind of ties in. I think this all kind of like got started because we all stayed together at Kissimmee, and aside from Perky ditching us like half the time. No big deal.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine. He just had to get dinner with the penthouse. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. We had such a great time together that this was kind of like a really great way for like once a month for us to all come together, hear each other's voices, and also have it like commemorated forever on the interwebs. So
yeah,
I'm really happy that you decided to do this with us, Perky.
Yeah,
I love you to death, and I'm really glad that you're here. So
yeah, appreciate it. Like I said, appreciate you guys for having me.
hell of an addition to the podcast.
Let's talk about Kissimmee, guys.
Yeah,
Kissimmee was wild. I mean, I think that the craziest part in general was kind of like the vibes around the whole venue, right? Because all day I didn't compete. I was doing the gunslinger, and Perky was also doing the gunslinger. Whenever he wasn't winning side events, because you won.
Yeah, you won every single side event there had. Every one.
Yeah, I did a few of those. There was a shout out to Zero. Zero wanted to hop in and do some gunslinger stuff for fire, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go do some other stuff. Ended up winning a sheet, so yeah, it was a good time.
Did you end up winning the one that I let you do for me?
I didn't, because I had to come back. Zero ended up having to leave for something, and so I like ran back to do a match, I think, and then I had to cancel, or I had to drop like the second round or something of the second side event. So yeah, that one was the win a box, but did not win a box.
Well, Chan, you ended up competing.
Yeah.
How did you end up doing?
So let's just skip down to the next topic, because so I was hyping up Funglo for a lot. I do genuinely think that it might still have some gas in its tank. It's got some fuel left in it. I think there's just something that we haven't figured out. But it did not perform at the tournament in the slightest. It comboed off like once or twice, and when it did, the people that I were facing were very scared of it. But the problem was getting it to happen. So yeah, I ended up going 1-3 drop. I just, I won the first match, lost the next 3, and was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to enjoy my time at Kissimmee. I don't want to ruin this for me anymore. Which it was just crazy. I feel like it was just like a really, really bad day of RNG. I can't really chalk it up to that anymore, because I also took the deck to the next premiere and it also didn't perform that well. So, I mean, maybe it wasn't just bad RNG that day, but testing it before the actual open and after, it was like winning very consistently. And then at the tournament, it just didn't. So it was just kind of unfortunate. But overall, I mean, I'm holding it right now. You guys can't see it, but the Funglo Charge itself is just, it's such a beautiful card. I'm so glad that I got my hands on 3 of them, even though it was totally unnecessary. But I think there's still some gas left in Funglo's tank. I don't know what kind of gas, whether it's diesel, whether it's, regular 87 or whatever. But there's something there. Maybe we just got to tap into it a little bit more. Kissimmee was crazy, though. I know Kel had so many content ideas that he wanted to do, and like,
bro, don't even. Okay.
Next to none of them happened.
I'm so mad. Okay, I'm so mad. So for everybody watching, one of the main things I wanted to do is so it was me, Chan, Perky, our buddy Chris, who had never played Elestrals before, that we actually taught Elestrals the day before the event. He actually went and played in the event and won a set in the set. I think
he did just as good as me. And I've been playing since the game came out.
We taught him the night before, went in and played, and then he's phenomenal. I hope he continues to play because he will be a very, very, very good player.
Shout out to Chris.
Yeah,
And
he
learns
learns
Nova
very
was
quickly.
also there with us quite a bit. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to do like a Hot Ones interview sort of thing where like we get Dave's hot chicken, right? Because it was all that was there. And then we eat some hot chicken tenders because I'm not good with spicy food. Perky's not good with spicy food. Chan is. It would have been content hilarity. And go to order Dave's hot chicken, right? $120 on food. It gets delivered, half the order's gone. Not only is half the order gone, the part for the content is gone.
Yeah.
So then I get on the little boop 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 thing, and I call them, and I'm like, ring, ring, hello, and I was so mad. They're like, yeah, your bag's sitting right here. I'm like, well, why is it sitting there? They're like, well, we didn't give it to the DoorDasher. I was like, well, why didn't you give it to the DoorDasher? We're like, oh. So I got so mad. I called DoorDasher. I went, boop, 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 boop. Ring, ring. Hello. Can you please refund my money? They said, no, smile, and didn't give me a refund.
Yeah,
So-
that's the wildest part that they
I
didn't
didn't even know
refund you.
that part. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
was-
crazy to me.
The most infuriating part of the entire weekend was the fact that my one content idea that I was so excited for, which was this Hot Ones interview segment, they were just like, no, and gave me the middle finger. I was so unbelievably angry. But
Yeah. We also wanted to
then-
record this episode of the podcast like at Kissimmee, but like
we wanted to do it Saturday night specifically, but we couldn't do
Yeah.
that because somebody ditched us and we
Here we
didn't
go
have the
again.
ability
here we go again.
and we didn't have the ability to record it Saturday night.
Yeah. Nah, it was a hectic weekend. We had a ton of stuff going on. It was a lot of fun, but I will not lie, Kel, in the back of my head, I was like, I'm going to let him have his moment of planning all this stuff out. I know exactly how these things are, though. None of it's going to happen. Literally none of it's going to happen. I was even sitting
Listen.
there while you were ordering the food, and I was like, something is going to prevent us from making actual content on this.
You and your vibes put that out in the universe then? So I
No,
can blame you
man.
for
No,
that?
no. It wasn't bad vibes. I was totally
feel
down.
so betrayed.
I was totally down to make the content. I was totally down for it. I was excited for
So
it.
betrayed.
I was excited for it, man. There's just something. There's something about planning content and going to an event where it will never happen. It will never happen the way that you expect it to. I've been
So betrayed.
I've been to countless PAXs. I've been to TwitchCons. I've had plans for all of them, and none of them have ever came to fruition. So that's just how it be. But
But
the
that
event was fun.
the event was fun. I ended up playing Solar the Gunslinger. I ended up only losing like twice. One of them was to MBT, and that was because I made a huge misplay. It's like I can only blame myself for that one. Aside from that, I didn't really lose a whole lot of gunslinging. Which was nice.
Nobody got Solar Spirits, and is what he's saying.
Yeah, everyone. got
He was
Thunder Spirits.
stingy. Yeah.
I
Were you playing
I ended
Funglo as well?
I was playing Funglo with Lycavolt, and I think I lost my first 5 games, and then Kel had a second to swing around and play me, and then he's the first person I beat. So it was a rough outing for your boy.
I mulliganed like twice, and then on my third mulligan, I didn't want to mulligan again, and I drew into 2 Celestleo, 2 Leo Bright. I was like, you know what,
Huge.
I'll make it work. But the
Spoilers,
so
it
the
didn't.
event, it did not work. It did not work. But the event itself, that was super interesting because the way that the top 8 worked out, the decks that were in top 8. How surprised were you guys about the decks that were in top 8? Because I know personally, I was not surprised at all.
Not really. I mean, we kind of knew going in what okay, well, cat's out of the bag. Lockagon's a good card. Who knew? I mean, whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy concept that Lockagon was a really good deck. Who knew? I will say though, see, wasn't it? It was 2 Blizz lists, right? That made it to top 8, or was it 2 Blizz in top 16?
I think it was 2 Blizz in top 16, and then I think it was 2 Solar in top.
Yeah.
Because I think it was Bean and San Sally. They both made top 8 with Solar.
Swole did as well.
Swole made it with
Oh,
Solar as
yeah.
well, so 3 Solar.
So 3, yeah.
And then it was Evo Vamp, and who was the other guy? I can picture his face. He had a bandana around his neck.
That's Ash.
Ash. He was
Yeah.
on Lockagon.
And then I think Akshar was up there as well.
Yeah, Akshar was up there. That's
I don't know
6.
what
And
he
then
played. I know he played
Kier
Ursa.
was on Blizz.
Yeah.
Here on Blizz and iWilly. Oh
Yeah.
boy. Oh
So
boy.
I don't think any of us were surprised about the decks that were up there.
No.
I think I was more so Sally, I saw her at one point in time throughout the tournament, and somebody walked up and said, "So how'd the round go?" And she just went, "Not good," and like shook her head and gave a thumbs down. And I was like, "What? Is she not gonna make top cut?" Like I was super surprised by that. Then to see her in top 8, because I was gunslinging, I didn't get a chance to like see anything else after that. I then look up at the stream and she's playing on stream. I was like, okay, I guess she turned it around. So I was kind of
I
surprised.
guess it went okay. I guess
I
it went
was
all
I was
right.
surprised to see it going from like thumbs down, shaking head to being on stream in top 8. That was really cool to see.
Yeah.
One of the other ones was the Morfrost and Parawatt list.
Yes,
From
yes,
Rylamon.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Yes, sorry.
That's what it was.
That's what I was thinking. Dude, Imperawatt.
Yep.
What?
That list is insane.
Yeah.
Rylamon messaged me about Morfrost stuff. And I'm not the best Morfrost player. I'm a Morfrost player. But he messaged me a little while ago and mentioned Imperawatt. And I was just like, I don't know if that's the way to go. But clearly I was wrong and he was right because he killed it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was very, very cool.
From what I heard, because I didn't actually like see any of the gameplay of it, but I think Nova was telling me, he goes, all right, I'm gonna Ice Age and wipe. Okay, I'm gonna Ice Age and wipe. All right, I'm gonna Ice Age and wipe. And then you think that would be it, because that's 3 copies of Ice Age. But you know what? Imperawatt, wipe. So, yeah, I you know, it's wild that Imperawatt made it that far, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
That deck list was incredible.
Those are the best lists to see too. Like
Yeah.
ones that people like. You know, not everyone's on Lakagon, everyone's on Solar. Like that was a list no one saw coming. Those are my favorite lists to see for sure.
Facts,
Agreed.
I agree.
Agreed.
And I think that for me personally, I love seeing good, genuine people that work hard also make top cuts. So like
Mhm.
Swolax, Bean Soldier, Evo Vamp, who I played at Dallas, by the way. I'll talk about that here in a second. Kier, Sand Sally, like all these like genuinely like nice people making top cut. Like I was super happy for him. I was bummed to see some people that like we're friends with, you know, like Ari and Bo not make top cut, but it was a great. There wasn't anybody in top cut that I was like, oh, they lucked their way, you know, and that's a really good feeling.
No, Bo actually did make top cut. Bo won top 16.
Yeah, no,
and then
Bo
lost
was top
8.
16, yeah.
I'm sorry, I meant top 8. I shouldn't have said top cut. I meant top 8.
Gotcha. Well, top cut for premieres is top 8, so little confusion.
But I think that kind of goes directly into the next thing that we wanted to talk about, which was the ban list that happened today.
My poor Funglos. My poor Funglos. The only thing that made Funglo possible is now gone.
I think
there's still a little bit that we can do. I know we can use like chains and stuff like that, but dude, I'm gonna start the ban list conversation with this little gripe, and then it'll go away, and we're not gonna talk about it anymore. At least I won't. The one thing that I am just so sad about with this ban list is simply the fact that I will not be able to run Funglo the way that I currently have my build, because it was basically
might be a good thing because you said it's not winning, right?
Well, yeah, you know, hey, you got a point.
I didn't mean that the way it came out.
You got a point, but you don't gotta be so mean to my little guys, okay? It seemed like the only way getting the combo to go off was having a hurricane or a chariot, because the entire combo, it literally rests on that little guy's shoulders. And the second they see Funglo and Supercell hit the board, they're like, oh, you know what? I'll just hit it with a Gorgons. I guess you don't get to search for your Bronaglow. And then everything just gets shut down. So that's the only part of me that is sad about this ban list. If Funglo is out of the picture and I'm looking at it strictly from like the perspective of a player of the game that wants to see the life of the game succeed in a healthy way, I think this ban list was like good, like needed.
I agree.
So
so I think we can like blame a little bit of this ban list on Kissimmee, but I think we can also blame it on this premiere.
Yeah.
'cause
Oh, for sure.
We all played in this premiere, but I don't think anybody was as mad as I was after.
Cal, you literally we finished the premiere and he goes, dude, if they don't ban Chariot, I'm not playing another premiere. I
For
refuse
reference,
to play.
I actually didn't say that. I said if they don't ban Chariot and Hurricane, because my round 1 went game 1 Hurricane into full combo loss. Game 2 went Chariot Ride into full combo loss. Then my game 2 went Hurricane into full combo loss, Chariot into full combo loss, and then my third one was like, or no, I don't remember what it was, but I essentially had 3 sets where I got Hurricane or Chariot Righted every single game, and couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't play the game. So then by the time that I got into, I think it was round 4 with when I played you, Chan, or was that round 3?
Yeah, no, I think it was round. I think it was round 4.
It might have been round 4. Either way, even then, I got Chariot righted, and I lost the game.
Yep.
Because it's so dumb just being able to just say, okay, you lose every bit of interaction that you can have. Like I remember one of the times I got Chariot righted, I had Nebuleo on board, a back row, an Apollo, a First Light, and a Leo Braid in hand. I had full Celestleo combo ready for turn 2. And my opponent just went Hurricane, Thunderstorm, pop your Apollo, Bungalow, Supercell, and then just went to work.
That was
It's
me.
like,
That was me. I was the
exact four.
I was the opponent, by the way. Yeah, that was me. Sorry.
I don't know how I didn't hear
that was my round 1.
Oh, really? Oh, no, I did that to somebody else. I did that to somebody else then. Because I did the exact same thing to someone else.
You did Chariot Ride me and then go Funglo, Supercell, and then combo. But they were doing it with Lycovolts. I played 3 Thunder decks in a row, and then I played you. So I didn't play anything aside from Thunder.
Wow.
Which was Chariot Ride, Hurricane, Thunderstorm, and I was ready to put my face through my glass table.
That's crazy that your only matchups were into that is wait, hang on, pause. That is a crazy wild all of your matchups were against Thunder? You didn't have anybody else?
Nope.
That's
and not
crazy.
To mention, I also played against 2 people from the exact same locals in Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah. So I
find that weird that your matchups were all Thunder. Because for me, it was I only faced 2 other people out of the 7 games that I played or whatever. Only 2 other people were running Thunder. Both of them kicked my shit in, by the way. Fun fact. Because they weren't running Funglo. They were running good Thunder. But yeah, I find that surprising because it had like one of the lowest appearance ratings in the premiere. It was like at like a 6% representation. So I find that incredibly unlucky that you were paired up against them time and time again.
Yeah.
I saw
Burn, right?
What'd you say?
You ended up playing Burn, right?
Yeah, I played Krakatuga. Fish Crack is what I've been calling it. The Aphros Afro build with Krakatuga as the 2-drop of choice.
And how did that feel?
They started good. I was 3-1. Lost. I think it was round 1. I lost round 1 and then won 3 straight. And then I ran into Adam, fellow Penthouse member. Shout out to Adam. He killed me with Solar. I actually beat him game 1, and then game 2 and 3 was absolutely atrocious on my part. So lost there, and then I ended up losing the round after. So 3-3. Deck kind of bricked games 2 and 3 against Adam, and then would that have been round 6 the following round? Deck kind of bricked hard, and yeah, it just went downhill from there. But I think there is something there with Krakatuga. It ended up getting top 8. Actually, no, it won.
No,
yeah,
no, it got
top 4. Yeah, I guess it would have been Bean that beat the player then. So yeah, anyways, who was it?
And then Bean Soldier beat that player. I genuinely can't remember off the top of my head.
Dang. Well, shout out to whoever that is. It's good to see Krakatuga up there for sure.
Facts. But and then what was the other band? Rise from the Ashes.
Yeah, Rise.
Hold on. I have a deck sitting in front of me that I know is playing it because it's Morfrost Iwooly. This card, I am so ready to tear it and eat it. because it is awful. This card right here, get it away from me forever. It is disgusting. Because, so, something that I was explaining to one of my friends, I was like, in Elestrals with the spirit management system, a lot of times you can deal with a big threat. You can deal with a Celestio. You can deal with a Lockagon. You can deal with a set of Lockagon. You can deal with a Blistrix. But you can't do it twice.
Yeah.
Because of how spirit management works. And because of that, a monster reborn, even if it's for 6 spirits, you're still coming out on top because your opponent can't deal with it after dealing with it once. So I'm so glad to see it gone. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, that card, I have PTSD from Rise.
Leo, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember that, but the first premiere I made the finals in, I played against Cobalt. Shout out Cobalt. Cobalt was on a Celestlio discard Rise list, and game 1, he went Co-Magma, went second. I went first. I had
for the triple rise.
Yeah.
Like
he was running 3. But he goes Co-Magma, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then pitches, I hadn't seen the list before this point at all either. So pitches Celestlio, and I'm like, oh, that's bad. And then I'm like, okay, I can deal with this. So, he ends up playing the first Rise. I flip PTA, I flip Gaze. I'm like, okay, I'm set here, no problem. And so pass a turn.
By the way, that does what? 2 for Gaze, 4 for PTA.
4 for PTA.
Yeah.
So
That's 6 spirits. 33%, give or take, 35% of your life to deal with a single card.
Yeah. But on the flip side, it's 3 for Rise, 3 for Celestlio. So it's kind of an even trade. The issue is the second Rise is there to get you. So
yeah.
after that happened, it died, and then I think I ended up taking out the Comagma. I don't remember for sure, but second Rise hit the board, and I was like, all right, this is just over. Like, there's nothing else I can do. I happened to have Gaze PTA the first time. And then so anyways, I scoop go to game 2, and same thing happened there. Like, I switched the game plan. I was like, all right, I'll Gaze the Comagma, prevent the Celestia from hitting the Underworld. That way it can't be brought back. And then Golden Apples hit the board next card, and pitched Celestlio.
Crazy.
So it was exactly Comagma, Golden Apple, Rise, Celestlio, and I was So there's nothing to do from that point. I just got absolutely waxed. So anyways, glad to see that card gone. Honestly.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was kind of, I think it was well timed as well, because so Rise is gone, but that doesn't mean that all Bring Back from the Grave is gone, because we have Rise from the Shadows, which is like
Rise from the Depths.
Which is honestly more broken.
Rise from the Shadows?
More broken. Yeah, in my opinion.
I mean, yes, but no. So I agree that, like, in theory, it's more broken if it's in spirit, but the thing that made Rise from the Ashes the way that it was is the fact that you could just slot it into any deck and use whatever spirit you want for anything. The difference with Rise from the Ashes and Shadows is that Shadows is exclusively lunar spirits, which means that you have to use it with cards that interact with it, unless you just want it to have it completely disenchanted. Like, you could do it with Pantera, sure. Nobody cares about Pantera's ability.
I mean, like, even if you do it with a Celestlio, you're still getting a 13-10 back on the board.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, you can do that kind of stuff, sure. But I feel like the interaction has to be there too. The Rise from the Shadows, I don't remember specifically. Does it have to be re-enchanted from the Underworld, or can you also take from the Spirit deck if you want to?
It has to be from Underworld, I believe.
Yeah, so you can't even have it be a pocket with like just a little bit of lunar in your in your Spirit deck. It has to be in the grave. So I feel like the caveat with that is it's going to have to be in more so focused lunar decks, or if you're using it, you just use the lunar spirits for your Omni runes that you're casting, your counters, your stuff like that, to get it in the grave to use it with Rise.
It sets up a lot of Ascension plays, which I think is super cool as like a Nick Samara fan. But also like bring it back Ascend into like Terra Star. I know like not a great card. Hopefully one day it will be, but it enables some cool plays.
I will break that card. I am on a journey now that Funglo is gone. Terra Star is here to stay, baby. I gotta break that card. The fact, just the sheer concept of being able to burn for 27 spirits in one turn potentially, I have to figure out how to do that. I don't care if it's consistent. I don't care if it works all the time. I have to be able to pull it off one time. I have to. I will figure that card out.
I just wish it was a spectral. I wish it wasn't an ethereal.
Yeah,
it's very frustrating.
With Comalis, it would actually be viable.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
I've made some Solar Nexus lists because like you said, it's ethereal. It doesn't fit. There's got to be something there with like Asteria Starfall though to swap out the spirit.
Yeah.
Like Exaltus Champ too. Like there's got to be something there. But
Or like if you go Exaltus Nexus 1, search for it, let it go down, rise from the shadows, bring back the Exaltus with 1 ascend into terror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be something like that.
But I don't know. What was there anything that you guys also wanted to see on the ban list? Because I know, like, I have a few people that wanted to see like a 10-card ban list.
Get Celestial out of here.
10-card ban list is insane. 10 card ban list right now.
So I know
I can see that maybe in like the December list when it's like actual format ban list that's releasing in December. Like maybe 10 cards on there that can get hit in one way or another. 10 cards for this ban list that's crazy.
So I know some people wanted to see something done with solar. I know people wanted to see something done with solar charged because it's essentially earthquake.
Solar burst.
Solar burst.
What did I say? Solar charge?
Yeah.
I meant solar burst. Thank you.
Larva Cell doesn't deserve that. Okay.
Larva Cell does not deserve that hate. I know some people wanted to see something done about Tad Puff and Tad Flow.
Mhm.
So that's 3. They wanted to see something done about Cedarsaur and Aspral. That's 5. Somebody wanted to see something done about Lockagon. Somebody wanted to see something done about Blistrix, and then these 3 cards.
See, my whole thing though,
right.
I think doing just these 3 cards I think this was the perfect amount because I feel like if they were to touch that many cards this early in a format, it would just break and crush everything that people have. That's not hitting one aspect of a couple decks. That's just hitting every deck. Like it would just obliterate everything. We would go right back to 5s. Like I feel,
and I've seen some people saying that like certain decks are dead now, right? Like I saw somebody say that Lockagon is dead now because it doesn't have Chariot Ride and Hurricane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That makes no sense to me.
That is actually crazy. I think whoever has that Lockagon, like whoever said that about Lockagon, they're talking specifically about their list because it's kind of like what I was griping about with Funglo. Funglo isn't dead. My list is dead. You just got to figure out a workaround. You don't need Chariot. You don't need Hurricane, especially for Lockagon. Are you kidding me?
I think that it'll make things like Spoiled Fruit much better, but like I don't know. I'm the biggest
dude. I got Spoiled Fruit.
In the world.
I got Spoiled Fruit in like my last set of last premiere, and I was like, I haven't actually seen that card resolve yet. Good for you. Oh my god.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't cite it because Chariot was around, so
Yeah.
it'll definitely make a comeback now. I do think they got this list right.
I think so
At the end
too.
of the day, I kind of, because of my PTSD, I would have loved to have seen Celestial hit, but yeah, I think
feel
they got
like
it right.
I don't think Celestio, unless they release more things that make it even more broken, I don't think, especially with Rise being gone now, I don't see Celestial getting banned. I see it getting limited. I don't see it getting banned.
Think about it's a 23 stat total, which is on the higher side. It gets you advantage and gets you multiple untargeted pops.
Yeah. No,
like one card does that.
Yeah, but if you only have one in a deck and you don't have the convenience of bringing it back with a Rise, it's a lot easier to out in the moment. So
I mean, you still have to have a combination of cards. If not exactly Earthquake Laurels, you still have to have a combination of cards to do it.
I think limiting Celestial to 1 is fair.
Yeah.
I think that will be the next step if it continues to be very oppressive for the December ban list.
Mhm.
Even then, it doesn't do much because of First Light.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
so
it also forces people to use First Light specifically for Celestial.
Which, yeah, I mean, I think that's fine, but
Yeah, I don't know. I think limiting it to 1 in like December, I think it'll be good. I don't think it'll be too crazy. I think limiting Aspral / Cedar Soar
Mm-hmm.
will be really good.
I agree.
But like aside from that, I don't really care about much other limits. I think being able to play the game and interact with the game is all I really cared about.
Mm-hmm.
So having Hurricane and Chariot Ride take that away from me is what
My whole thing with
ruined it for me.
So like I like the ban list. I think it's fine. I'm still under the my impression of it, or like my opinion on it is that I don't, as much as I'm okay with it and I'm happy that they all got banned, I don't think that hitting them all entirely was necessary. Like, is it good for the game? Yes. But I also don't think just completely removing every kind of shutdown interaction in terms of that was like 100% needed. Because like think about it from this way. Like if Chariot is gone and Hurricane was left untouched, it's a 1 in 40 chance that they have it in their opening hand or whatever.
Exactly.
1 in 40
Yeah.
chance. That is now a 1 in 40 chance I'm going to slam my head through
Yeah.
the disc.
The problem is it feels so much worse if you lose to it at that point.
Sure, it feels
Like, I personally
it feels
don't
worse.
think anything should ever be limited. I don't think anything should be limited. Either have it be completely unlimited or ban it entirely.
Really, you want to see
Because-
3 Echolinks? Actually, I would love to see 3 Echolinks.
Yeah, bring it back. 100%. I'm totally
Yeah.
down for it.
Kel's logic was just, let's put Celestial to 1 in December, but I don't want to see anything limited.
Let me rephrase that.
Yo, backpedal. All right, let's hear this.
Whenever, for Celestial, limiting it to 1 and having it be a searchable thing, I think is fair, because then it's not a sacky card that you're randomly getting out of your deck, right? Hurricane,
It's such a sacky card.
Hurricane. Granted, you can search it off of Fin Dust, but like,
You can also search it off of
you
Pegas.
want to play. No,
Yeah, the new Pegas. You can search Hurricane.
no, that's
Or
no, that's
it's when you
play
play Hurricane. When you play Hurricane. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's literally only searchable off of Fin Dust. So if you want to play Fin Dust to get it, cool. Then it's not a sacky card. But if you're playing a deck that searches for a specific card, it no longer becomes and feels sacky. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like,
my whole thing defending the one of Hurricane to stay around, like I said, I'm happy it's gone. It's fine. But my whole defense on it is that there are certain decks where it is the key to get it off. So like Funglo, as an example, again, woe is me crying in the corner. It was a piece that was required to have the deck do anything. And then even if it were to do anything, the deck still doesn't perform enough to win. The amount of times that I've been able to get off a Chariot or get off a Hurricane and set up my combo and still lose 2 turns later, my whole thing is like, if it's down to 1 Hurricane, sure, it feels way worse when you get hit by it, but knowing that it won't happen again and knowing that it's out of the way and being able to play around that information is fine. It also makes you play differently. If you know that they're running a Hurricane in their list, maybe don't put 4 back row down immediately. I think it's like, the idea of Hurricane is it removes interactions. It removes interactions, sure. But you can
all
also
I know is
interact.
that I was miserable whenever I lost to it 2 games in a row. I hated it just as much as I hated Chariot Ride, even being at 1. My opponent got it in their hand twice, and it was very disheartening, feeling like there was nothing I could do in that situation.
I get it. It feels bad.
You know.
But
so
if it's a 1 card, the chances, I understand it happened to you. I'm not saying that it won't happen. But the actual chances of you getting hit by Hurricane twice, unless it's a deck meant to search for certain things or deck thin or get things out of the way, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't 100% necessary. I think it's still a good thing for the game, though. Like hitting all of them. I don't know if it was necessary, but I do think it's a good thing.
Realistically, hopefully that just means that now we get an Escape from Tartarus version that's a little bit more balanced.
Yeah,
that says
Hurricane, light storm. Just it's drizzling outside.
Yeah, hurricane light breeze.
Yeah. Hurricane warning. Hurricane titled watch. We're under hurricane watch.
Yeah. Well, so we talked about Kissimmee, the ban list. We even talked about the top performing decks for the most part. So, Chan, do you want to talk about Shattered Stars a little bit?
Yeah, Celebrations is going to be crazy. I, for one, am very happy with. They haven't shown all the cards yet. We've only seen 4 of them so far, per my recollection. The spirits look insane. I'm going to go so unnecessarily hard on Celebrations month because I need 20 of those Zaptor spirits. I have to acquire them.
They're very nice.
And then aside from the spirits, the other one that we saw the textured full art shield of Achilles. Gorgeous.
Yep.
Very happy that I'll be able to get my hands on some full art counter runes finally. And then the other 2 that they showed were the stained glass full art Nectar of the Gods and the stained glass full art Ambrosia. I think those are the only 4 cards that were shown so far. You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm very excited. I can't wait to see what other cards they have. I know obviously it's the the art contest month, so I think we can already kind of infer what cards are going to be there based on who won that contest. But I'm very
I actually
excited.
have no idea who won that contest, to be honest with you.
Oh, I don't remember, but if we wanted to, we could definitely go back and figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very excited. And the thing that I'm most excited about for this is not necessarily this month specifically, but just the notion that we are going to most likely be getting other textured full art, alt art counter runes in future months. I think that is incredible. They won't have the same feel as the original full arts that you can pull out of packs, obviously. I think Cal and I were talking about this. I think you were still at the event in Kissimmee, Perky, but we went back to the Airbnb and watched it on the stream for the last couple matches or whatever. When they showed that, we both looked at each other and we were like, nothing will ever beat the original full art shield art, but that is a really good second. So the shield of Achilles full art, in my opinion, is top 5 artworks in general, for Elestrals, period. It is a stunning artwork. So I like the fact that they're getting their second round rotations of different full art artworks for people that don't yet have them, and these will be easier to acquire. I say people that don't yet have them. I'm pointing at myself right now. I don't have any full art runes, and I would love to have some. I've been focusing too hard on these stellars, but yeah. So that's the celebration month from what we know so far. More to come, assuming we don't already know with the art stuff and whatever.
I'm mildly sad about it, and I'll tell you why. Perky, I would love to hear your opinions about them afterwards, but I love those spirits. I absolutely love them, and I'm gonna have the same complaint later on in the podcast whenever we talk about something else.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the marble spirits more, and I'm going to want the full art versions because if you guys have heard me talk on previous podcasts, I love full arts.
Yep.
I like them more than stellars. In fact, I have recently purchased my first stellars. I have never, until this past 2 weeks, purchased a stellar. So to see these full art spirits makes me wonder if hey, maybe I should consider using those. And I'm but the marble is just so good. So it's I don't even know if that's worth it for me. And I do have a full play set of the staple runes. I have 3 Shield, PTA, Gorgon's Gaze, Tsunami, Altar, Eruption, Thunderstorm, EQ, Resting. I have the full play set.
Some of us don't got it like that, bro.
But so why do I need these? And I don't know. So I'm sad because I want them, and now it's making me go into the dilemma of, well, do I keep the full arts that I currently have?
Well, you could also think about it this way. You could also think about it this way. You can have the original art, the higher rarity art, because let's be honest, I don't think this is going to impact the value of the original printings. I don't think they will. And if they will, it's not going to be by too much.
Yeah.
You can keep those and put them in your pet decks, your like favorite decks that you want to show off the even cooler full art artwork. But having these different versions, just because you have the originals doesn't mean those are any less desirable. You can get those in abundance just to throw in every other one of your decks, so you don't have to rotate full arts.
Yeah.
Or you just leave everything in the exact same sleeve, so then you just pull them out and put them in the new deck whenever you need to.
True. I don't like that solution, but if that's what floats your boat, bro, go for it, dude. I would lose my mind.
I do have all of my my full art runes in a side loader perfect fit, so that way whenever I am ready for it, I just pull it out and I put it directly in the sleeve, and it's already double sleeved.
Yeah.
But yeah, Perky, how do you feel about the Shattered Stars reveals? Do you care too much about them?
So I think I love the new spirit design. Those spirits, at least the Zaptor so far, I think this is the only one that we've seen, looks really cool. I'm on the same, like kind of in the same boat with the marble spirits. I have, the not full play sets of them, but I have enough to, bling out whatever deck that I'm playing at the time. And I'm trying to make that decision myself. Am I going to get rid of all of those in order to get these new ones? I think I'll need to see like what the hollows look like, the hollow versions of them, to see how much they pop before I make that decision. But as far as like the runes go, though, I think it's very nice that they have them. I'm personally not a huge fan of like the stained glass. I like the stained glass Elestrals, but the other ones I'm not a huge fan of. So it's cool for me that they exist. I currently have the full arts, and I'll probably stick with the full arts, but it's cool that there's another, affordable option rather than just playing like, a starter deck common. I think that's like the coolest thing. And like, kind of like Shane was saying, it's not gonna, kill the market on the full arts. Like they might go down a little bit, 10, 15, $20, but they'll still hold their value in some capacity. So overall, I think it's kind of it's a really cool, really great thing that they're doing.
Yeah.
Part of me was thinking about taking the full arts that I have and getting them like made into almost like a shadow box sort of thing, as like a
that'd be cool.
remembrance sort of thing, because realistically, once you have a full play set of these, you don't need any more. But if you can play at a lower rarity and still have the full art versions, might be worth it,
Yeah.
Have it be like a collector's piece, and I think that'd be pretty cool. But I think that's pretty much all we have for the Shattered Stars celebrations. But something that we're going to touch base on real quick before we move to our last topic is the Premier Packs.
They exist.
Full transparency.
They exist. I think we're good to move on. Yeah. They exist. We can move on.
Hey, shout out Aphoros. Cool card.
Actually, I will say, out of everything that's in the packs, the only thing that I actually think that like is incredible looking is the Stellar Aphoros. Like the artwork is pretty. The look of the card is very pretty. But
granted, Spark It is cool, right? Because it searches Zeus.
Yeah.
I would say if we're talking strictly artworks and marble border, the cards are sick.
Oh
like,
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
a huge fan of the marbles.
Definitely.
It's just, we kind of wish they were more desirable cards that they chose, but I'm sure they chose what they did for reasons. There's probably still other arts.
Right, like Glimbat is a good card. It is going to be a popular card.
Yeah, but I think everything that they're doing as far as like the Premier Packs are for whatever set they're in, right?
Glimbat is in Livestream, my friend.
Yeah, so is Gambit and Keon.
Oh,
and
I'm
the new
thinking
Humbers
Gloombat.
and...
I'm thinking Gloombat. That's on me.
Okay.
Okay, I'm following.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
we were all disconnected.
Yeah, like the new Glimbat, that should have been one of them.
Yeah, but
cool would be to have the TP Stellar Nova Core, the full art Temple of the Sun from Shattered Stars, and then the OP Glimbat.
Nova Core.
I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, that would drive me crazy. I that would genuinely drive. I love consistency and like cohesion in my decks. I don't like mix and matching like different things. If I have an Elestrals line, I want the Elestrals line to be the same.
Yeah.
Unless it's like serialized stellar versus a promo card, of course. Like as an example, the Amp Up Like a Volt package that I have in my deck, they're all random because like original Amp Up Stellar is only a promo card. Then the Champ Up Stellar is a serialized one, and then Like a Volt doesn't even have a serialized, so I have to run the Artist Collection promo.
Yeah.
But if one of them had a marble treatment, I think I just removed the package from my deck, if I'm being honest. Like I don't I don't know if I'd want to run it, dude. I love Cohesion. It's like I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I think the only reason why it doesn't bother me as much to have the full art serialized X of 50, the Funglow charged one, is because yes, it is marbleized, but it's a full art, so it's like not as abrasive.
Yeah.
It's not like right there. And I love marble framing, don't get me wrong. I love it. But part of me is just like, oh my god, it doesn't match. It's gonna drive me crazy. It looks really cool, but it doesn't match. Like the marble Broomalinks is the perfect example of what I like in the marble framed cards. Broomalinks is not part of an Ascension. It's just there. You just play it. And it doesn't have anything to go alongside of it. That's something from like a design standpoint, super picky on my end. They still look gorgeous, but if I were to like play a one copy of like OG Humbust and then play the tournament pack reverse hollow Humbust and then drop a organized play marble border Humburst, I would like have an aneurysm, I think. Like
I want to build a deck now with as many different art styles as possible to play you. Just to see how
just like
back
spirit
when
deck too, just everything.
Back when I used to play Magic, somebody specifically did that where they ran a different artwork for each of their mana. So like I think it was a game of Commander and they were running a solo green deck and they literally had like 30 different artworks, different border treatments, different framing of their forests, and it was driving me crazy. My card shop owner that I go to for my locals, they play cards that look good, and if a card has multiple different printings that look good, they will run multiple different printings just because they all look cool. And I'm like, brother, please don't use that deck against me. Please save me. I can't do this right now.
That's funny.
But yeah, so organized play 2, it exists. Aphros is cool, and that's about that. But I will say, top 16 foamy, that shit's gorgeous.
They killed that one. Like
that is
if
gorgeous.
You compare it to the carry-off, like carry-off was sick too, right? For the first or for the last season. But like I shouldn't say you're only playing one of the carry-off. It's not as desirable. You know what I mean? Oh my god, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. But it's not as desirable as that foamy. That foamy is amazing. Like they killed that one for sure.
It's gorgeous. And then the Champ Centarbor. I know Kel is fiending over that one.
I want it so bad.
Maybe now that Chariot's gone. Maybe now that Chariot's gone, you can get it.
I want it to fall down in price. I want it to be $100 and then I will buy it.
That will not happen. That will not happen.
No, the irony of it though is Julian won with Lakagon, won the Champ Centarbor, and there's a Lakagon. I don't know exactly what the Centarbor is doing to the Lakagon, but it does not look good.
It is stepping on its neck.
So it's kind of wild that
very funny
there.
Yeah, that's very, very funny.
So the last thing that we're going to talk about, and probably going to be one of the more controversial things that we talk about, right? Elestrals, as of, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I think they launched it. Yesterday, so 10/14, they launched their Kickstarter for the RPG for Elestrals Awakened. And a few things of note. It is a 2.5D art style. Not quite a side scroller, but
if you've played Octopath Traveler, it's very similar to that. Just for people that are watching, it's like that kind of gameplay
with a very a Pokemon-esque battle style mechanic and similar evolutions, things like that. And the big the big end goal is, or the end like boss is an awakened Panterror, which kind of looks like, do you guys remember from Yu-Gi-Oh! Capsule Monsters, the movie, whenever they played Five-Headed Dragon?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of that. Almost.
Is it because Panterror is a 5-headed dragon?
Checks
So-
out.
Is that why?
I'm going to cry. So, but one of the cool aspects of the game that it looked like is that you can actually change the Nexus forms of an Elestral. So, like, if you have an Exaltus and you want to change it to an Exaltair, you're actually able to do that in game.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the coolest thing that I took from it. But
Well, we don't know exactly how that works just yet. Like, there is something there, but I don't know if it's just as easy as straight up like swapping it over. There might be
Yeah,
more to it.
I would
the
assume
magical
it has to
process of
do.
transforming an Elestral's element spirit, changing its form and powers to unlock new abilities and potential.
Yeah, but I don't think it would be something as simple as just being able to change it on your person whenever you want. There's probably an NPC that you have to talk to, whether it's like you can nexus into this spirit after you've beat Zeus or something, as an example, and you'd have to
Maybe,
go to Zeus to do the nexus or something. I don't know. Either way, I personally think the game actually looks really promising. The way that the gameplay visually looks so far in like the launch trailer that they had for kicking off the Kickstarter, like the cutscene that they had in there as well, like the animated cutscene stuff. That stuff, it looks really, really promising. I will always have my like reservations on it or whatever, just knowing about I love Kickstarters, don't get me wrong. Love them. And I'll probably back at to some extent when it comes to this one. There's always going to be that little voice in the back of my head that's like weary because of, you know, Clash had its ups and downs, and mainly downs on launch. And I know this time around they padded the launch date extensively, so they're not trying to rush this onto shelves, which makes me very happy. It makes me very happy.
Good, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a good self-reflection point.
Yeah.
To know, okay, hey, look, we kind of fumbled the bag on Clash deadlines. Don't want to do the same thing. Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure as of right now, the game doesn't even have a slated time specifically, but it is a 2027 release, which makes me seeing how the gameplay looks right now and the fact that they're planning on releasing it in 2027 makes me very happy, because it already is looking good, but the fact that they're giving themselves time to do it right makes me very happy. But yeah.
What
I'm excited for it.
Perky?
I'm excited for it. It looks like they were saying, it looks really, really cool. I think they're going to do a pretty good job with it. I mean, a lot of time between now and then. The other thing is, like, indie game devs nowadays are like the only game devs who actually care.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to offend someone by saying that, but a lot, like, I don't know. I mean, the close thing is Pokemon. You think about Pokemon, and I'm a Pokemon fanboy. However, as I've grown older and seen, you know, the new games, they're not really putting the same effort into it that they used to, I feel. I don't know. But, you know, with this being an indie game, like, you can tell, like, the people who are doing it are super passionate. It already looks super cool. So, you know, a couple more years of development, like, you know, they could do a lot of cool things with it. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited for it, honestly.
Little random side tangent. Did you guys know, well, it's not really a did you know, but did you guys hear the rumor floating around that the reason why, and this is like an actual crazy side tangent from even like from Elestrals, just crazy diversion. The Pokemon games, the newest ones, the Scarlet and Violet, they ran so poorly on Switch 1 because it was a game that was designed for the Switch 2, and Switch 2 wasn't ready in time, so they pushed it back and released these Pokemon games on Switch 1. And that's why they ran so horribly, is because they were made for an engine that legitimately like wasn't running it.
I did not know that, but that's kind of
Yeah.
We're recording this the day before Legends comes out, so that's
Yeah.
kinda scary if,
Yeah.
if that's how that works. But
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't been confirmed, of course, but the fact that the game, Scarlet and Violet, it runs so seamlessly, it's not even funny on the Switch 2, that people were speculating that, well, it was going to be the launch game for the Switch 2 when it came out, and they were like, oh, we gotta push this up. So they ended up releasing Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 1, and that's why it had all the problems with performance and everything. I also saw somebody try to play Bonanza or something on the Switch 1, and it overheated in like 30 seconds or something crazy like that. So, yeah, the performance on Switch 2 is way different. Speaking of Switch and whatever, there is a stretch goal for the Kickstarter. Like, it could be a Switch game potentially.
that would be very cool.
Just to bring it back to Elestrals.
Which
But,
I'm still waiting for Clash to have an update about going on mobile. That's
I'm
like,
just
what
waiting for
really
Clash to have an update that's like substantial, just in general.
They just did one.
Yeah,
That's
they
cool.
just did one putting a lot of live stream cards in.
That's
which
good.
are pretty good. So the only thing that I really wanted to talk about with the RPG that I'm slightly bummed about, but not, I guess not questioning, because it kind of makes sense, right? A lot of the tiers for rewards, they don't seem to benefit TCG players much, right?
I agree.
And as of right now, Elestrals is a trading card game, primarily. Could it become primarily a video game series? 100%. Like, I could definitely see it if this video game does really well and the TCG continues to do well. I could see it. But, like, these aren't expected, like, you aren't expected to get the rewards until April. And some of these are live stream products. Now, I get that this is probably a way to, like, get out some leftover product for live stream, but, like, me personally, I've opened up 9 boxes of it. I don't want any more. I don't need any more.
I agree.
So instead, I'm considering backing for $1 and then getting the add-ons that I want.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I'm not big on plushies. I'm not big on collectibles. I'm big on trading cards and physical games. You know? So, like, the spirit bundles, considering dropping the $250 for that. And then the promo packs that have the full art starters is what I'll call them, because that's essentially what they are in this game, is their starter Elestrals. I think the starter Elestrals look amazing. They look so good. The Quackle, the Sluggle, they look phenomenal. I want 3 of them. But I'm in the same boat about the spirits as I'm in about the celebration spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a playset of the marble ones that I love. I love the marble frames. Do I want these spirits more than I want the marble frames?
Also, like,
and that's where I'm kind of going back and forth on what I want back with.
Yeah. Side tangent for me on the spirits. First off, it is just personal preference. I do not like the art for the spirits that much. It's just opinion, like a personal thing with me. I'm not a huge fan of that art style. I also think the price point is just, I don't think I can justify it. Just price point wise for spirits. Like, it's 20 copies per spirit. That's 160 cards. That's, I mean, I guess when you think about it from that perspective, it's not insane. It's like $1.50, $1.75 a card or whatever, but that still is, I don't know. For me, I debated it very, very briefly, and then I had the same thing with you where I was like, I have a full set of marble spirits. Do I really care that much about getting these ones? And then when it comes to the other promos, if they don't add anything else with like different tiers that get added with the Kickstarter, I will probably just wait until people get their promo packs and then buy the individual copies that I want, because I won't need all of them. I love the Quackle, and that's pretty much it, unfortunately, on my end.
Granted, for like a set of 3 of them, it's not bad.
Yeah, no, the price point for the promo packs isn't bad. My only gripe with the pricing was for the spirits. I just couldn't justify that price for myself personally.
Yeah.
But I think it also heavily relies on my opinion on the artwork as well. I think the artwork is nice. I personally don't think it's like, so the artwork itself is good. I enjoy the artwork. I think it looks good. I don't think that personally I would enjoy using that artwork as my spirit in my deck.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't think the art is bad. The art is very well made. It's just, for me, it doesn't fit. Which is all opinions. So someone could easily justify the $250. Someone could have gripes like I do. I don't think the price point itself is bad. I think for my opinion on it, it is.
Yeah.
Also,
but
I need Pantera Awakened to get a printing in a card somehow. That
Facts.
needs,
And I
that
do like the mat.
needs. Yeah, the mat is like the only add-on that I actually need to have. Like, I need that mat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need Pantera Awakened to have a card. It needs to be like the next Pantera that comes out, and that's like its title. I don't know what it would do, but I need it. I need something.
I think it's.
I'm
it's-
very excited for the game though.
Yeah, very.
I think it's just with the Kickstarter. I think it's important to remember with the rewards that this isn't the TCG.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
like while they're kind of not necessarily relying, but like, I mean, we're all Elestrals fans because of the TCG. So like a huge majority of the backers are going to be TCG fans. So like we're kind of expecting more, and that was something I didn't even realize at first. Shout out to Sans for opening my mind up to that. I think the thing that I'm not a huge fan of is the price tiers for the beta and the alpha.
Yeah.
The alpha access is 500 and the beta access is 200, I believe. And I don't know if do you guys know if they went over timelines for when like those you'll get access to those?
I don't think so. And if they did,
Yeah,
I
I
didn't.
don't-
And if they did, I didn't see it.
Yeah, maybe I need to do some more research. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of wish like the Clash Kickstarter, the 250 tier was the alpha, and I think the beta was like $20 or something. Like it was something way lower. I could be wrong on that number, but I just remember the Clash Kickstarter being lower, and that's kind of what's frustrating to me about the RPG is I wish those tiers were more accessible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I am excited for the game. I'm definitely gonna play it. I'm definitely gonna buy it and play it.
Oh, 100%. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Whenever the release date does actually happen, and we know when the game is coming, I'm gonna take off like 2 days of work if it doesn't line up with a weekend. Like I will be playing the hell out of that game.
We're stellar hunting.
Oh hell yeah! That's
Like,
the
the
one
fact that
thing.
Nothing is.
The one thing that I saw on the Kickstarter that has me intrigued is that part of backing at certain tiers or whatever, it gets you stellar sparkle or stellar dust or something like that. So I wonder if it's like a
That's gonna be your sandwiches for shiny hunting.
yeah. I
Stellar
wonder.
hunting.
I wonder if it's gonna be something in the game that like increases your stellar odds. Or if you collect like 1,000 stardust, you can use it to get a stellar or something like that. That would be pretty interesting. I did see that there was one tier where they're giving away, or not giving away, but like just as a bonus for buying. I think this was like the $100 or higher tier. You like got a stellar Nobby and a stellar Lavatal or whatever the name of that stellar is. I think you like just get given those in game.
Yeah. 'Cause
For
those
backing
are-
at a certain tier.
Yeah, those are A Drive and Shady's champions.
Yeah.
So,
So
that's
that-
why they're there.
that's
There's also
pretty
that. Oh, not to change the subject, the Divine Healing. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
That was really cool. Really cool.
The what?
So there's a
There's this-
package. It was like 5K or higher or something. It's a super limited artwork of a full art Divine Healing card that has A Drive, Dan and Shady like going in to dap each other up. That's the artwork for it, and it looks really cool. And I'm pretty sure the tier that you get it with, they like also both autograph the card. But yeah,
I hope that
was
one's
sick.
not super limited. I don't know if there's any ways to get that at a lower tier. I'll have to double check that too. But
It wasn't an
pretty-
add-on, so I know that.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. That was the one thing that kind of like, it didn't irk me because like I understand why it would be at the higher tier, but the fact that all of the TCG focused stuff was like $2,000 or higher, essentially. It was just like, dang. Like I want that stellar Champ of Shady Levatel, or like I want the dapping. I want the dapping divine healing. I want that. That thing is so cool.
There's a X out of 10 Shady on the line in those higher tiers as well.
And I think there's a X out of 10 champion of A-Drive Fulgorix as well in one of the tiers.
Oh, I think it was X out of 25, but yeah.
Oh, okay, X out of 25. But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Either way, I think I'm very excited for the RPG. I just I don't know. I'm going back and forth on how much I want to actually back because I don't know where the right price point lies for me. You know, what I'm actually going to use.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is too is that first off, this was one thing that I was kind of confused on. I feel like they didn't do it justice in the Kickstarter, and maybe they'll change it as it goes, but the fact that they only showed 3 like stretch goals instead of having like a bunch like they did with Clash, it doesn't really incentivize people to put more into the Kickstarter, if that makes any sense. Because like with the Clash one, there was so much to strive for that I feel like people went back and they changed their backing to pay even more just to see what the next stretch goal was. But the fact that there's only 3 stretch goals right now, the first one is 300K, and all it looks like you get is a September full art added to the promo pack. I don't know. It doesn't like scream incentivizing, at least to me. So I'm hoping that with the next, like if they hit the next one, the stretch goal or whatever, I hope that it's not just the September card or whatever it is. It looks like a September full art, and that they're adding a handful of things. Like maybe they're adding all of the second ascensions for the starters or something.
Yeah, I could see what you mean by that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Or just like, oh, you guys hit a stretch goal? Okay, cool. There's actually 15 of them. Let's hit all of them. Instead of just being like, okay, well, one at a time. Let's see what happens. But
I think the deadline to back is like within a month or something. So we will, if there is more stuff, we will see it relatively soon. Also, use that as your reminder if you have not backed and you would like to. Do not forget, because that's something I've done in the past, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
So definitely go back if you want to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely,
I think November 7th is the last day of the Kickstarter, something like that. It's not too far from now.
22 days to go from today. So
yeah,
2 weeks.
So the 7th.
Don't forget. I'm gonna forget.
I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna set an alarm.
Well, that is everything that we wanted to talk about on the podcast, guys. And we actually made good time this time. Only an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, not 2.5 hours talking about cards.
I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
But Perky, thank you so much for joining us for this one. I'm excited to have you on for the foreseeable future with the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Like I said, excited to be here. Can't wait to do more of these.
Hell yeah. It's going to be a good time. But, Chan, any final words before we get on out of here?
Just links to all of us will be in the description. You know, the den
As
stuff,
well as the
personal
Kickstarter.
stuff. We'll have links to the Kickstarter, stuff like that. Super excited for the future of the channel. And we didn't talk about it in the video, but you either saw or you didn't see a box battle between me and Kel. We recorded one before Kissimmee, and then I uploaded it and just totally forgot to make it public. So I either went back and published the video finally, or it still has yet to be posted. More on that later. But I wanted to talk about it earlier. We were talking about Kissimmee, and I totally forgot about it. So just throwing it in right now.
Yep.
But thank you guys so much for hanging out. We appreciate you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. We'll catch you guys in future videos. Like if you do, sub if you're new. But we're out. It's been the Den Podcast. We'll see you on the next one.